Good afternoon, dear children. Hope you are all well and keeping safe. Children, today we will learn the third type of adjective, or we can even call it the degrees of comparison. Children, before I go on to explain what are degrees of comparison and the various degrees, here is an interesting story about the three cats and the monkeys. Three clever cats lived in a house. The white cat was big. The black cat was bigger than the white cat. The striped cat was the biggest of the three. One day they baked a cake for dinner. "I will eat all the cake," said the white cat in a loud voice. "I will eat it alone," said the black cat in a louder voice. "And I will eat it all myself," said the striped cat in the loudest voice. A clever monkey lived in a tree nearby. He was cleverer than the cats. In fact, he was the cleverest monkey in the world. He heard what the cats said and came into their house. The cats were busy fighting among themselves. They didn't see the monkey. The monkey ate up the whole cake. At last they stopped fighting. "Where's the cake?" they said. "It ran away because you made so much noise," said the monkey. So children, you understood? If we fight amongst ourselves, another person takes advantage of it. So we should not do it. That's one of the morals. Secondly, here we are learning the ways of the degrees of comparison. There are 3 degrees of comparison. They are positive, comparative, and superlative degrees. The 3 degrees of comparison are positive, comparative, and superlative. The comparative and superlative degrees are used to compare between two or more subjects or objects. In this sentence, the comparative degree smarter of the adjective smart is used to compare between the two persons. Degrees of comparison. The first part is positive degree of comparison. Let's learn the definition of the positive degree of comparison and how it works. Adjectives make the comparison. Remember, adjectives are describing words. Example, in the positive degree, fast, slow, big, small are describing what people do or how we play or how the children play. Positive comparison. This is used for when we only describe one person or thing. Write 4 sentences using the positive degree of comparison. Use the words on the board. The words are smart, big, fast, and loud. That girl is smart. The house is big. The boy is fast on his bicycle. Radio was loud. The second part of degrees of comparison is comparative degree. Comparative degree. This is when we compare two people or things to each other. The rule for comparative degree is to add er to the adjective. Like the words adjective like fast, you add an er, it becomes faster. Second, slow, slower. Big, bigger. Small, smaller. Tall, taller. I am tall, he is taller is like a sentence. This house is big, but my house is bigger. So big is just an adjective. Comparative degree will be bigger. The boy is fast on his bicycle, but I am faster. Painful becomes more painful in comparative. Same way the others. Hopeful, more hopeful. Beautiful, more beautiful. expensive, more expensive. So this means adjectives ending in full or E, we use more to the word. There is an exception to the rule. Good, better, bad, worse. Many or much turns to more. Little, few, less, far, further or farther. Old, older, elder. Degrees of comparison. Part 3 is superlative degree. He was the fastest in the bicycle race. The biggest house on the block was for sale. Here we will learn how to use most with longer adjectives to compare one thing with the other or more things. This is the most delicious cheesecake ever. Cats are the most curious animals. I think the rose is the most beautiful flower of all. Look at these adjectives and see how we make it into comparative and superlative degrees. Painful, more painful, most painful. Hopeful, more hopeful, most hopeful. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Flexible, more flexible, most flexible. Adjectives ending in full or E use most to the word. Yet there are some exceptions to the rule. Like in an adjective of good turns better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Many or much turns more, most. Little or few becomes less, least. Let's move on to the exercises. Exercise number 1. Complete the following table of positive, comparative and superlative. Number 1. Thick, thicker, thickest. Simple, simpler, simplest. Young, younger, youngest. Small, smaller, smallest. Large, larger, largest. Wise, wiser, wisest. Impressive, more impressive, most impressive. Clever, cleverer, cleverest. Useful, more useful, most useful. Lucky, luckier, luckiest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Neat, neater, neatest. Let's continue with the exercise. Bad, worse, worst. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Late, later, latest. Powerful, more powerful, most powerful. Good, better, best. Big, bigger, biggest. Old, older, oldest. Dangerous, more dangerous, most dangerous. Easy, easier, easiest. Rich, richer, richest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Great, greater, greatest. Happy, happier, happiest. Exercise number 2. Fill in the blank with the correct form of adjective given in the bracket. Dogs make the dash pets. The word good is given, so it becomes best pets. Peacock is more beautiful than the peahen. Praveen is the most brilliant student. I am shorter than you. Today my school bag is heavier than yesterday. This is the tallest building in the town. This sum is very easy. People carried the wounded man to the nearest hospital. China is the most populous country in the world. I had expected better marks in English than mathematics. Let's carry on to exercise number 3. Solve the riddles. Number 1. Geeta is shorter than Anita. Sunita is shorter than Geeta. Who is the shortest? Yes, Bhavisha. Sunita. Good. The second riddle. Raju came to school later than Ramesh. Vinay came earlier than Ramesh. Who was the last to come to school? Yes, Path. Raju. Good. Riddle number 3. Ramlal is a good businessman. He is a better businessman than Shyamlal. Pyarelal is not as good as Shyamlal. Who is the best businessman? Yes, Chandana. Ramlal. Very good. Children, I hope you have understood the lesson. Now open up your step to step grammar book, page number 30 and 31. Start doing your exercise on these pages. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe. God bless.